What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Avengers 4, aka Avengers Infinity War Part 2 or Avengers Endgame. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to never miss any videos. So we are currently giving away a Marvel Legends Infinity Gauntlet. That is pretty dope. I picked one of these up for myself today, which if you haven't seen it before, go into my Instagram stories and you will see it. Pretty cool. It lights up, makes all the sounds, and you can squinch it. It is a pretty awesome replica of what we've seen inside the Avengers Infinity War movie, and also what we will see inside the Avengers 4 movie. So all you got to do is subscribe to the channel with notifications on and let me know down below what is your favorite moment from any of the promos, or literally just comment anything down below. And then I will pick a winner on Sunday, so you still got a few days to enter when this video goes live. So, Wolverine, can he appear in Avengers Endgame? Of course he can. Deadpool? Of course he can. X-Men? Of course he can. Fantastic Four? Of course they can. So as you know, Marvel now owns Fox as of the 20th of March. And the biggest question that keeps appearing on people's mind is, who are they going to add in the post-credit scene? Because they literally could add anyone into the post-credit scene. It is quite reasonable to question if Wolverine will appear inside Avengers Endgame. Now, if you remember months ago, there was that ridiculous thing around Christmas time where on Google, if you typed in Hugh Jackman, it said that Hugh Jackman was going to appear in Avengers 4, and you know, literally everyone was talking about it. It was all over Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Tumblr, 4chan, Reddit, 4pleb, absolutely everywhere. But that was fabricated. Hugh Jackman has said multiple times he would not return to be Wolverine inside the MCU. But years before that, he said he would be up for the role. So it's very interesting. Now, do I personally think we could see Wolverine inside Avengers 4? Yeah, sure. Why not? Crazy things could happen, because you got to understand, it is the combination of everything ever, and they could easily set up Wolverine inside the MCU if they wanted to. Now, I know officially they've only just been able to start working on obviously what they're going to do with the Wolverine and what they're going to do with X-Men, but there's already been rumbles of people who could be casted. There's no end of cast video for who should be the next Wolverine. Keanu Reeves is the most ridiculous claim ever. I personally think someone like Zac Efron would be a much better pick than Keanu Reeves. I mean, let him stick with John Wick. That's an absolute ridiculous statement, in my opinion. But you've got to understand, when they do actually bring Wolverine, if they do bring Wolverine in this very movie, it's not going to be the same Wolverine that died in the Logan movie. It's not going to be the same Wolverine in the X-Men universe. It's going to be a complete new Wolverine, and there is multiple ways they could introduce these characters. Obviously, at the end of Infinity War Part 2, everyone is expecting the multiverse to explode, or the multiverse to finally come out, and essentially the X-Men could appear via the multi-realm or the multiverse. Essentially, what most people think is going to happen is they're going to go into the subatomic city inside the quantum realm, and then essentially the X-Men will be there. But that really isn't needed, because we've already got Scarlet Witch, we've had Quicksilver. Scarlet Witch is technically an X-Men with the X gene, etc. So it wouldn't be that complicated to work out a storyline of how to bring Wolverine into the MCU and how to make it realistic without it sounding too far-fetched, because obviously if they are introducing the Fantastic Four, X-Men, Deadpool, they've got to explain, at least on a brief format, where did these characters come from. Now, there's so many ideas. Drop them all down below, guys. There's so many ideas of what could have happened to them. Why are they only just appearing now? It is pretty interesting, and it's going to be a fantastic time in Avengers Endgame. Now, we know that Kevin Feige is taking over and is head of the X-Men part of the MCU, so he is looking to introduce a new Logan. Now, this was a pretty interesting conversation with someone that said this. Yes, she said, I don't know what Kevin's thinking. Honestly, I don't even think Kevin knows. I think Kevin's still dealing with the wealth of characters and are trying to make sense of them. So essentially what it's saying is that they are searching for a new Wolverine, but there is no time frame. So this is what it said. That would be between Fox and Disney. Obviously, Kevin and I started the first one. He worked for me. He got a great story sense. He's got a great ability to wave each world and wave these worlds together. I trust him, and I trust that he will take care of the X-Men. This is when they were talking to Donna about, obviously, Kevin Feige taking over at the X-Men. It's pretty interesting because they've still technically got to wait until after, like, Dark Phoenix, New Mutants, and obviously at the moment they are analyzing all the properties that are still left. I mean, are they going to make Gambit? So it's going to be really interesting to see, do they have the balls to introduce a version of Wolverine inside Avengers Endgame? Like I said, the most common way and the best way would be to put it in a post-credit scene, have someone with claws appear, but not cast anyone. Just have it like it's a character who is faded out in the background. You can tell it's Wolverine if you are a comic book fan, but you won't actually get to see who it is. Now, it did go on to say in this article that they most likely will be looking to cast a younger actor for the role of Wolverine. And that is why I said it should be someone like Zac Efron. It wants to say this. Yes, because to you, just the physicality of it all, just to bulk up, she said. This man works so hard to bulk up, would get up at 4 in the morning and bulk and eat protein every 2 hours because his natural state, they used to call him Worm. He was a kid. So his natural state is a very skinny person. Once you reach a certain age, the body just won't go anymore. Let's be honest, that's not true. I think what it's on about is when you hit a certain age, when you get post 30, your natural testosterone drops and it's harder to add muscle, etc. But you can still add muscle nonetheless. I think he was so wise to say, at this point, I can't do it. Now, that doesn't mean he can't come back as an older Wolverine. You never know. Future Wolverine, you never know. So I'm roughly going back over the X-Men information that was dropped back in February. But it is interesting because it does seem like behind the scenes that Marvel is looking to cast a Wolverine as soon as possible, as why can't they introduce a new Wolverine as long as they don't discredit the Logan movie that is one of the best comic book movies ever, in my opinion. I really think we could see Wolverine introduced into MCU in Endgame, but more in a post-credit scene aspect alongside Deadpool. It would be hilarious. Now, as we know, Bob Iger has said that Deadpool is literally safe. There's been no reason not to do a post-credit scene with Deadpool where Deadpool is in a cinema, it's empty, he's just finished watching Endgame, and he's just sat in the cinema watching Endgame. It would be so hilarious. They don't even have to get him to say anything, just sit him in a cinema watching Endgame, Avengers 4, Infinity War Part 2, and that would be hilarious. I do get a lot of comments saying, will Wolverine appear in Endgame? It's more likely to happen that Wolverine will appear over Galactus, over the One Above All, over the Living Tribunal, over Kang the Conqueror. It is more likely the case that we will get someone on Wolverine's level. And I can understand what the comments are going to say, no chance, no chance, no chance. But yeah, in theory, Avengers 5 is kind of when I guess the X-Men will collab with, I guess you could say, the X-Men. But if they don't include Wolverine in this movie, it's going to be a damn shame. They could get Hugh Jackman to do like a role in this movie. They just don't have to officially call him Wolverine. It would be a shame if Wolverine wasn't in Endgame, because it's possibly going to be one of his last opportunities to appear in the Avengers as they are now. Because who wouldn't love to see Wolverine next to Iron Man? It would be absolutely hilarious. The Infinity Saga needs to end. We need to see the iconic fight of Wolverine versus Hulk, you know, from the comic books. The iconic scene would be absolutely insane. And if you remember a couple of weeks ago, maybe even a month ago, we spoke about on this channel that the reshoots weren't reshoots. They were actually new scenes, and they were dating back to, I think, a month ago or so, just over a month ago. Something like that. I can't remember exactly. But yeah, they were still doing shoots that far out. So realistically, at the time, Marvel did not own Fox, but they wouldn't need to, because as long as they didn't call him Wolverine, then it wouldn't be breaking any contract that they had with Fox. But we don't know. There might be some secret deal that they had to use a bunch of characters before the deal actually closed. And guys, we need Wolverine versus Hulk. There needs to be the comic book. We need to see it. We need to get some kind of post-credit scene, put them together, maybe get Hulk and Wolverine squaring off in a funny, kind of jokey, like no malice based scene. It would be freaking awesome. But what I could see is a post-credit scene of literally some character appearing and the claws just appearing. We don't see who the actor is because at this time they wouldn't have cast the actor. So guys, let me know, would you love to see Wolverine in the MCU? I know I would. Wolverine is my favorite character. I cried whilst watching Logan, and as much as I want someone like Zac Efron to come on and take on the role because he's quite young, he's in very good physical shape, got a pretty good amount of muscle on him, really good size, I can't see Hugh Jackman appearing in this movie, although it would be pretty cool unless Ryan Reynolds can convince him to do so. Realistically, I don't think we're going to be getting a Hugh Jackman version of Wolverine in this movie, but I do think it's very possible that a variation could be in the post-credit scene. So like always, guys, let me know all your comments down below. How would you have Wolverine introduced in a post-credit scene? It would be so amazing. We will keep doing some post-credit theorizing videos up until the movie comes out, when it comes out on the 25th or 24th, 25th. It comes out around about that time in the UK. We'll keep doing videos all the way, yes. And yes, guys, we are reaching. This video is a reach. But if you understand how much I love the Wolverine character, I'm gonna have to freak out if Wolverine does appear in this movie. It's the only person, okay, Deadpool and Wolverine are the only two people that would make me freak out. If they actually appeared in this movie, it would be insane. Now, there is some partial evidence, but it isn't really factual enough. Yes, Wolverine was in the gym not so long ago, Hugh Jackman getting buff, but that was just for his world tour, so not really evidence. There are stretchy kind of bits of evidence, but it would be pretty badass. It's more realistic that Deadpool will appear, and Deadpool could mention something about Wolverine, or be reading the Wolverine comic, and then indirectly in an Easter egg format, they could introduce Wolverine in an Easter egg format in this movie somehow. But yeah, guys, I would seriously have some kind of heart attack or panic attack if my favorite character did appear. Yeah, if you don't know, Wolverine is my favorite character over anyone, over DC, over anyone in Marvel. Wolverine is absolutely insane. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. Drop all your theories down below. Is it possible? Well, we know it's possible because now they own the character, so he can come in. But did they have time? Was there a secret deal? Post all your conspiracy theories about how Wolverine and Deadpool could appear in the MCU next month. Like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment, and I will catch you in another video very soon. But we are doing a Q&A video after this video. It'll probably post on Friday or Saturday, not sure when I'm going to post it, but I've got a pretty cool intro planned, so hopefully you guys appreciate it. I'm going to try and get more transparent and try and come out on the camera more often because I'm trying to grow the channel rather than it just be a commentary channel. I want you guys to try and get to know the person behind the voice. And also, we will be live streaming a lot more. We've got the Mortal Kombat 11 beta, so we will be playing that, and when it comes out, I will be streaming that on Twitch and PSN via the YouTube app. So guys, I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.